This generation is full of people who love Jesus, but they're disconnected from the bigger picture, the larger story that God's telling, and they're hungry for more. I want to find a way to reframe missions as a larger story that's filled with adventure, filled with romance. This is an amazing story, and God is for us.
So what is Discipleship Training School, or DTS? This experience is divided into two halves: lecture phase and outreach phase. In lecture phase, you'll spend your time living in a community setting focused on knowing God.
DTS was the most insane time of my life. When I went to DTS, God just completely transformed my life.
I just was ready to go all in.
God did amazing things in my life.
So whether that's worshiping together around a campfire in the mountains, exploring the city, or a coffee shop together, we integrate that with lecture speakers that we fly in from all over the world. We believe it makes our relationship with each other and with God deeper.
Every week was just slammed with something new and just completely wrecked for God. And
Identity Week was what most life-changing week.
But I think the biggest thing that really stuck out was learning about forgiveness.
During outreach, you will travel to a cross-cultural destination and make God known by sharing your faith, healing the sick, and serving the broken.
Outreach was crazy. It teaches you to be so far out there that you can't do anything but depend on God.
I went to Kenya and Uganda for my outreach.
First place was Indonesia, and we went to Samoa.
My outreach for DTS, we went to India.
It makes you live out your faith. Small little pieces of love that don't seem very huge to yourself make a huge impact.
Knowing that your job that day is to wake up just to love on people.
And that moment was like, wow, like I can be used by God.
We are image bearers of the Most High God. We're made for that connection. This is the adventure that you've been looking for.
In Genesis chapter 1, verse 1, scripture talks about God creating the world by the power of his mouth. It says the world was void and formless. And then he spoke light into existence, and there was light. The intention of God was to connect with humanity, for us to together bring life into that which is broken, and that is what we call co-creation. Co-creation is basically collaborating with God to bring his intention to that which he wanted to see happen in creation. We were made for relationship, and we were made for responsibility. This is where we prioritize the flourishing of society, of people, of others, in front of nature itself and everything God has made. And in wholeheartedly serving, selflessly, hopefully we will see flourishing of everything God has created in the use of our gifts.
as we look across the nation right now, what we're seeing as circuit riders is the rapid expansion of a grassroots movement. It's students getting saved on high schools and college campuses. It's stadiums being filled. It's cities being united. But there's one thing that's increasingly needed, and it's the need for leaders. When you look at the lifestyle of Jesus, he didn't just train them in a classroom. No, he trained them where they could then go put what they are learning into practice. And so field training is the combination of in-depth Bible study and then being plugged into a real project for you to serve and lead.
It is such a challenge to study the Bible and literally leave transformed. So many times we just get stuck, kind of almost in a Greek mindset where I know it up here, I know the answer, but it hasn't transformed my life. In other words, revelation hasn't gone from my mind to my heart. When that happens, you're exploding for Jesus Christ. You're different, you're transformed. That's what happened to the disciples in the Bible. They weren't stuck in their minds. Their heart and mind were beating as one. Year one. We study Jesus through the Gospels. We look at the book of Acts. How did the principles laid down explode into a global movement? Then we start saying, what are you saying to us, Paul? What are the principles that you're gleaning from all this in the book of Romans? The second year, we look at Jesus' footsteps through the whole Old Testament.
So we're so excited with field training. Our heart's burning from the revelation of Jesus in the Gospels, New Testament, if you're coming back for year 2, the Old Testament. But we get to join existing teams, get trained as a leader, get trained in your skill sets. You can join an existing team that's reaching universities, that's reaching high schools, that's Brave Love, our women's ministry, that's reaching stuff with music or media, or you can join a new team with our international expansion. We have tents that we want to see all over America, as well as wanting to see greater impact in California than ever before.
So guys, now is the time, no delay. If you're ready to take your next step in leadership, get to Huntington Beach for field training. Whether you've done a ministry school, a discipleship school, and you're just ready to take that next step, get here for field training. We cannot wait to see what God's going to do, and we'll see you here.
We got 4,000 people that are heading out on the street today to shine through love, through kindness, through graciousness, through smiles, through meeting with people in slums, into the red light district, through the distribution of 105,000 Gospels of Luke. So Patria will never be the same.
Wonderful time sharing the gospel and giving a portion of the Bible to many people. We are giving them light and we are sharing the love of God, and I know they will know the truth and the truth will set them free.
We knock the door and they open and we give a big smile. Some say, no, Christian, just go away. But some few, they receive it and they receive with joy, and we show the video and they were excited and some want to know more, so we have a really good time.
I tried asking her, do you know Jesus? Do you want a Bible? And she started speaking in Russian, saying like, oh, I don't know any English. And so I pulled out one of the Bible SD cards and she read it and she jumped up in the air and started freaking out. And she said, thank you so much in Russian, and gave me a huge hug.
Today we went to a public school where it is a Buddhist school.
It was like 400 kids here and no sound system. We were like, what do we do? I was just so impressed with these teams here. They rose up, they made it work. We found some sound system stuff.
An Indian pastor, we told him to lead these students to the Lord, and we had a lot of salvation happen.
More than 30 students to receive the Christ Jesus.
We
got to pass out these Bibles as a gift to them, and it was just such an amazing thing to see all of them just open it up.
Da forlater vi akterdekket på YWAM Liberty. Skal vi inn til øya som ligger rett innenfor her, sammen med hele gjengen ombord outreach-teamet med helseteam og de som skal jobbe med mennesker her. Følg med!
Go here to register, all right? And then also again today, vi plugger sample babysuit.
Da vi kommet til helsesenteret her i Proraran, heter denne landsbyen som ligger, eller denne øya som jeg på. Skipet ligger rett utenfor her nå. Første stedet som de som ønsker å se lege eller tannlege, de står i kø, så blir de registrert. Her har vi vaksinasjonsstasjonen. I samarbeid med helsemyndighetene i Papua Ny-Guinea så hjelper vi også til med vaksinasjoner. Det er vanskelig og utfordrende for helsemyndighetene å få helsearbeidere ut til de isolerte stedene og gi vaksinasjoner. Så overalt hvor vi drar, prøver vi så godt vi kan å bidra med vaksinasjoner. Så det er det som foregår her. Etter at pasientene har vært hos legen, så trenger de ofte medisiner og annen type behandling, sårbehandling. Og da har vi et apotek her. Og faktisk så har vi sykepleier Elin fra Os, som er her med akkurat nå.
Nå tar jeg imot en pasient som har fått et lite kuttsår i foten, som jeg skal rense og legge på bandasje. Han skal også få litt antibiotikasalve på, sånn at det kan komme seg og bli bra.
Alle de menneskene som sitter langs med gangen her nå, venter på å komme inn til doktor Harald fra Os. Han er rett inn døra her borte, skal vi gå og se.
Veldig spesielt å komme ut på denne øyen som vi er nå, hvor det bor 2-3 tusen mennesker som aldri har hatt besøk av en doktor noensinne. Så det er litt som å være litt sånn Dr. Livingston her ute da. Så det er en veldig unik opplevelse. Folk er veldig takknemlige, og vi får lov å det er en del mennesker her disse 2 dagene hvor vi har fått lov å hjelpe med diagnostikk og med behandling. Så ja, det er et privilegium for å komme ned her og få lov å være med og bidra.
I'm just engaging with the people, praying over some of them for healings, and yeah, just hearing their story, learning about their life.
Nå står jeg her med Eivind fra Norge som jobber ombord på skipet. Eivind, hva det du gjør for noe der?
Jeg leder Community Engagement-teamet. Det vi som vi gjør alt som ikke medisinsk på land. Og vi engasjerer oss da med landsbyen, med folkene som her. Og vår jobb å dele Guds kjærlighet med de. Det mange måter å gjøre dette på. En av måtene vi gjør å ha helseundervisning, der vi lærer de teknikker og metoder som gjerne ikke helt normalt for de. For eksempel løfteteknikk en ting som de aldri har hørt før. Andre måter å engasjere oss på å leke med barn. Veldig fin måte å både engasjere barna og vise de voksne at vi elsker barna deres, at vi bryr oss om dem, og som vi også samtidig får vise Guds kjærlighet.
Vi Camilla fra Grimstad. Hei Camilla.
Hei.
Hva gjør du her?
Jeg leder et outreach-team fra DTS på Kona Hawaii. Jeg har vært her nå de siste 2 månedene. Jeg har hjulpet til på klinikk, og de siste dagene har jeg hjulpet med tannlegeassistanse.
come in all sizes and shapes. We come in every beautiful skin color that God ever made. We've been able to prove that nationalities and various generations can work together.
In this diverse global mission, how can we best tell our stories to inspire more to go into all the world?
Glimpse of heaven, 100 countries, people, 70 different spoken languages working together.
We are the true United Nations.
Unifying.
굉장히 흥미롭습니다.
Unglaublich.
kalongata.
Maitabasa.
With many tribes and tongues, but one united voice, we join together to tell honest stories of hope and unveil God's endless love. YWAM TV.